Rental property pros and cons. Most Americans think rental properties are the secret to wealth. But here's what nobody tells you. They can either make you rich or bankrupt you faster than a bad stock pick on Robinhood. In the next 6 minutes, I'm breaking down exactly what happens when you become a landlord, the real numbers, the actual headaches, and whether this move makes sense for your financial goals. Let's go. First, the biggest pro that everyone obsesses over: cash flow and leverage. Here's the play. You find a rental property for $300,000. You put down 20%, which is $60,000. The bank covers the rest. Your tenant pays you $2,000 a month. Your mortgage, taxes, insurance, and maintenance total $1,500. That's $500 profit every single month. $500 that you didn't have to earn. Scale that. One property making $500 monthly is $6,000 a year. 3 properties? $18,000. That's real passive income. Compare that to your Fidelity brokerage account where you're hoping for a 7% return on $50,000, which is $3,500 a year before taxes. The rental property is crushing it. But here's where it gets real. Con number 1. Maintenance and vacancy will hurt. That $500 profit? Gone the moment your tenant stops paying. The national eviction process takes 6 to 12 weeks. You've got zero income but you're still paying that mortgage. Then your water heater dies. $2,500. HVAC breaks. $5,000. Roof leak. That's $8 to $15,000 depending on damage. One bad year can wipe out 3 years of profit. A buddy of mine in Austin bought a duplex for $450,000. His tenant stopped paying for 4 months. He lost $8,000 in rent. The eviction cost him another $3,000. During that time, he had to make repairs that ran another $7,000. His passive income became a $15,000 liability in 90 days. That money could have been crushing it in an S&P 500 index fund. Con number 2. Taxes are complicated and aggressive. Here's what kills most new landlords. You make $500 monthly in profit. That's $6,000 a year. Sounds good, but the IRS doesn't care about your profit. They look at gross rent. $24,000. You owe income tax on that. You also get depreciation benefits, which is good. But if you make over $150,000 combined income, you can't deduct rental losses. Rich guy problems sound nice until they're your problems. Plus, you need a CPA. That's another $2,000 to $3,000 per year. Your profit just dropped to $3,000. Your S&P 500 return with $50,000 at 7% is giving you the same money with zero stress. And no tenant calls at midnight. The real pro that matters. Long-term wealth building and inflation protection. Here's where rentals actually win for patient people. That $300,000 property? In 20 years, it's probably worth $550,000 because of inflation and appreciation. Your tenant basically paid your mortgage down while the property inflated. You couldn't have done that with a brokerage account. You can't borrow $50,000 to invest in stocks and have someone else pay your loan while you keep the house. That's not possible. Also, your mortgage payment stays the same. In year 1, you're paying $2,000 monthly. In year 20, you're still paying $2,000. But rent? It goes up 3 to 5% annually. Year 1, your tenant pays $2,000. Year 20, you're charging $4,000. Your mortgage stays the same. That spread becomes your goldmine. Real numbers. Someone who bought a rental in 2004 for $300,000 is sitting on a property worth $600,000 with a mortgage that's half paid. Someone who threw $60,000 into the S&P 500 in 2004. They're looking at maybe $650,000 today before taxes. Similar numbers. But the rental owner has someone else building their wealth. Con number 3. It's not passive. It's active income disguised as passive. Tenant calls at 11 p.m. Pipe burst. You're managing contractors, dealing with inspections, screening people, handling evictions. If you outsource a property manager, that's 8 to 10% of your rent gone. Your $500 profit becomes maybe $200. Here's the honest answer. Rental properties work if you have three things. First, capital. You need that down payment and an emergency fund separate from the property. Second, time tolerance. You need to actually handle problems or pay someone who does. Third, you need to do it right. Bad properties in bad markets destroy people. Good properties in good markets build generational wealth. So here's what you do. If you've got capital, time, and you're in an appreciating market, run the numbers. If you're starting out with limited cash, max your 401k and Roth IRA first. Boring? Yes. Guaranteed? Also yes. Drop a comment if you're thinking about jumping into rentals. Subscribe so you don't miss the deeper breakdown on which markets are actually worth it. Thanks for watching.